here, I'm going to do a quick tour of my smart home and show you some of the things that I've been able to automate with Home Assistant. Okay, starting outside, I have the Ring video doorbell and I have a Schlag Z-Wave deadbolt, all hooked into the security system. I have a Chamberlain MyQ smart garage door opener, and then I have dual 48 amp EV chargers. I have the ChargePoint CPH50 and the Tesla wall connector V3. I have them set up like this so I can pass the cables outside easily or charge indoors. Both these chargers are connected to Home Assistant for energy monitoring. I have an EcoFlow River 2 solar panel that I'm monitoring from Home Assistant, and I have Shelly EMs to monitor my big draws like AC compressor and electric water heater. I'm also using TP-Link smart plugs with energy monitoring to monitor anything else that's plugged in that's a big draw like computers, refrigerators, any kind of equipment that's going to be running all the time. This Rancho irrigation control, this thing works great and it's hooked into Home Assistant also. And then let's not forget the Landroid Tiger. He does a great job of mowing the lawn. This is the third season I've had it. I love this thing. Also hooked into Home Assistant. Now back in the garage, I made these LED displays from Arduino and I 3D printed the case. This is also hooked into Home Assistant to push out the messages. I'm keeping it old school. I'm using X10 switches. These things are like $10. They fit into a regular light plate and they hook into Home Assistant perfectly. Also keeping it old school. I'm using Honeywell Wi-Fi thermostats. These things are thermostat first, smart second, so it'll never let you down. They just work. On the basement, I'm using a 2.5 gig cable modem, an Ingenious ESG 510 2.5 gig router, and a multi-gigabit Ingenious 24-port switch. I'm getting over 1.4 gigabit down using this configuration. Not forget Wi-Fi. I'm using the Ingenious ECW 336 Wi-Fi 6E access point. I have a SmartThings controller here also. I'm also using the Ruckus R760 Wi-Fi 6E access point. This thing's a beast. Alexa, turn the water main off. I'm using this Dome water main shutoff. You don't need a plumber to install it. Just clamp it to your valve and you're good to go. And I'm using it with Govee leak detection sensors along with Home Assistant to turn off the water main if a leak's ever detected. It works pretty sweet. These leak detectors work well. They're very cheap and the batteries last a long time. Don't forget to put one in the back of your refrigerator. In the kitchen, I've got all GE smart appliances. They're all Wi-Fi connected and they're hooked into Home Assistant. I can monitor each one and set up automations. Alexa, preheat the oven to 400 degrees. The smart oven is the best. In the basement, I have a home theater room, totally closed off. I have a Panasonic AE4000U. This thing has the great quality for a 1080p projector. I also have automation set up that will turn the lights on just right when the projector comes on and turn them off when you're done. I'm still using Harmony remotes. They work great and run all my equipment. Home Assistant automations are key to make this setup just work easily. You don't even have to think about it. So back up in the living room, I have these solar powered smart blinds. They're hooked into Home Assistant using a Broadlink RF remote. Heading up into the office, I have the same open the solar-powered smart blinds. They work great. Now back up into the office, I have some TP-Link smart bulbs that are connected to Home Assistant. I have them set to change color based on weather. There you go. Remember to like and subscribe for more help with tech products, Wi-Fi, and home automation.